Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here in the ballroom of Trident Technical College, where we normally host more than 600 guests with auctions, cocktails, a fantastic dinner prepared and served by Culinary Institute of Charleston's faculty and students. Tonight may look a little bit different, but our goal to raise funds in support of the students of Trident Tech, it's still the same. And we're going to have a good time doing it. Tonight, instead of walking through the kitchen of the Culinary Institute of Charleston, we're going to be bringing the kitchen directly to you. Chef Kelly Wilson will be delivering a cooking demonstration for you to join in on. I've had a sneak peek at what Chef Kelly will be preparing, and you don't want to miss following along with her tonight. You'll also hear from key members of Trident Tech and the Foundation, and most importantly, you'll hear from TTC students, students who have benefited from your past support, and students who continue to need your support more than ever. But enough for me. I know who you're waiting for to see right now, and that's TTC's president, Dr. Mary Thornley. Dr. Thornley, you're looking beautiful as always. Good evening.
Thank you, Tom. You're always so kind, and we're so glad to see that you've got on your signature shoes this evening. Thank you for wearing them. And thank you to everybody. Thank you for sticking with us as we navigate our new normal. We weighed many options for this evening and what this evening would look like with the well-being of our faculty, staff, students, and you, our guests. We landed on the notion of a Night in the Valley home edition. So thank you very much for being with us. I'm joining you from my home. I have a new puppy. Charlie is asleep right now, but before this night is over, I'll rouse him and introduce you to Charlie because he thinks this party is all about him. We do miss seeing you in person, but we're so glad that you've decided to join us from your home. Whether you're on the sofa or in your kitchen, you're making an impact by joining us. We could not be more grateful for your support. Your support is necessary now, this year, more than ever before. You know, in March, the governor's executive order closed all of our campuses. At that time, we transitioned many of our courses, most of them, to virtual environments. Since our faculty have been using a digital platform to deliver online instruction for literally years, we were able to respond quickly, making every effort to minimize the distraction, to minimize the disruption. But the fact of the matter is, these are disruptive times. These are very disruptive times, and our students are particularly impacted. Some programs, I just mentioned nursing, culinary arts, aircraft maintenance, many of our 150 programs do require lab courses that students have to complete in order to graduate. And although in-person classes were suspended for a period of time, the faculty and staff at Trident Tech did everything possible to bring students back as soon as it was safe to do so. They also devised very innovative ways to deliver instruction and engage students. Let me give you just one example from the Culinary Arts Department. These faculty members began recording instructions for a cooking demonstration and prepared ingredient boxes for students to drive by and pick up. The students then prepared the meals after they had practiced and were ready and served a nutritious meal, not just to the student, but to that student's family. What a great idea. And our students have done their part to adapt to the changes. They know that the stakes are high and they're ready, they're anxious to enter the workforce. Although the world seemed to literally stop in an instant, we continue to train our community's workforce, and we reacted, and many of you as donors reacted and supported our students as well. You may have in fact received a message from our foundation earlier this year requesting you to support a fund that is named the Student Urgent Needs. It is exactly what the name says. It helps students with unforeseen urgent needs that could have caused them to drop out. Our students need this support now more than ever, and since its creation, the Student Urgent Needs Fund has literally served hundreds of students. And ladies and gentlemen, by being with us tonight, you can continue to help us continue to help students even when they are faced with mind-boggling hardships. We are fortunate to have the support of so many people, and now it's my pleasure to direct you to the screen where you will see our sponsors. And as our sponsors appear on screen, join me in thanking them. Join me in applause, either real or give them kudos in the chat box. Our sponsors.
There are many names for enthusiasts, but there's only one way to become one, by going all in. The new Lexus IS. All in on the sports sedan. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for attending and supporting this great event. Hendrick Lexus Charleston has been a big part of this event for the last 18 years. It's very dear to our heart. Please be generous tonight with your donations, which will help the community and the students. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Hi, my name is Anthony Jackson. I'm Chief Operating Officer for Roper St. Francis Healthcare. We're proud to support Trident Technical College's A Night in the Valley, as we see this as an opportunity to give back to a college that's given us so much.
As a family-owned business that has been in South Carolina for several generations, moving across the entire state makes perfect sense.
I think that the communities that we serve are better communities because of the information that we can bring forward.
We have the safest vehicle on the road. That's our reputation.
You are the person who says this car can be driven safely.
I think everyone from the front of the process to the end of the process at this plant deserves to be known as a safety hero.
If this year has taught us anything, it has taught us that life can change in an instant. It has also taught us just how resilient we can be when we are faced with challenges. I have been incredibly inspired as I have heard one student story after the other. And tonight, we want you to take a moment and we want to share with you firsthand some of the inspirational student stories from Trident Tech.
So I was pursuing a career in acting in New York, and because of the pandemic, I made my way back to South Carolina, where I really had no idea what I was going to do.
My background is in nutrition and food management. I got my bachelor's in science and my master's in science degree from South Carolina State University.
I started at TTC in 2009 pursuing my Associate of Arts degree in hopes to transfer to obtain a 4-year degree. I did that in 2016 by graduating with Charleston Southern with a bachelor's in science and project management. 2017 hit, life threw a curveball our way. My son ended up being diagnosed with cancer.
Finally, I found my passion in video editing. Now I'm pursuing a career at Trident Technical College, and I look forward to the future.
Well, I've always wanted to become a chef. I love food and I love cooking. My love for cooking came from my interaction with my grandparents and my parents, just being in the kitchen with them. So when I heard about the opportunity that there was going to be a culinary certificate program available, I jumped at the opportunity.
The first month was very intense with chemotherapy. We found out on a Monday and Wednesday he had surgery to place his port and start his chemotherapy regimen. The nurses at MUSC were really helpful during that first month of support, and the encouragement and compassion they showed us and our son. That is actually what pushed me to go back for nursing.
I really think that in this day and age that technology is really taking over, and lots of schools are struggling to keep up with the changes in tech and the changes in the industry. Trident Tech has really been able to keep up with the trends and help me focus on what I really need to learn in order to further expand on my current knowledge and expand on my career.
Honestly, if I didn't have the opportunity for the free tuition, I don't think I would have been here. You know, college costs a lot of money, and Being, full-time, having bills, you just don't feel like you have the opportunity right now to pursue your dreams in situations like this. So it meant everything.
Because of the education that I've received here at Trident, it has equipped me with the knowledge and ability to now be able to go out into the community as a nurse and help families like my own whose child is facing a terrible diagnosis, whether it be cancer or another chronic illness, and be there and be the support.
So with student debt at an all-time high, your investment in Trident Tech is not only opening the door for students, but the next generation of innovators, learners, doers. This will not only impact the community, but it's going to impact the world.
With my degree here from Trident Technical College, I want to be able to give back to them and teach them how to cook meals at their home, that they can enjoy cooking a meal for their family, and they can be among their family when they do that. Also teaching them some nutrition skills from my background from college, I think will be very helpful.
The education that I've received here now is able to allow me to be that support person with another parent at the bedside that is having to process all this information and the grief that comes with it, and just being that pillar of support because of what I've learned here, and taking that out into the community to help other families is going to be an incredible blessing to me and hopefully somebody else as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, your support truly makes a difference, and Charlie thinks his support makes a difference too. He even woke up to join me in saying, it's your support that's the reason we're coming into your homes tonight. Without you, we would not have the resources we need to support our students. Thank you for joining us, right, Charlie? And right now, I'm going to toss it back to Tom. Tom, take it away.
Dr. Thornley, thank you so very much. And ladies and gentlemen, the reason why we're here this evening is to make those donations and to open our hearts and open our wallets as well to those students that are in need. You know, there's over 11,000 students that are either full-time or part-time here at Trident Technical College. We just saw the example of 3 that have received some funding from you folks that have been given over the last several years. And it's remarkable that they're able to make the right decisions on whether they're going to be paying their rent or whether they're going to be staying in school here at Trident Tech, and they can do both with your help. So many of those students need your help, and you can be their hometown hero. You can step up to the plate. You can make it happen for them. Please do that right now. We're going to make it easy for you as well, because there is a donate button that is there. We're going to be starting off with different levels this evening, going high, going down to low. But if you want to give more than the highest amount, which is $10,000, you can give $12,000 or $13,000 or $14,000. And that'll be giving so many scholarships, because every $1,000 that is given, that is a scholarship for one of our students right here at Trident Technical College. So please open your hearts and open your wallets, step up to the plate and make it happen for them tonight. Please do that. Also, we're going to start right now at $10,000 level, and this is really very important because this will allow 10 students to get a scholarship each at the $10,000 level. And tonight we do have an anonymous donation. Thank you for doing that. We would like several more of the $10,000 donation. Anyone else at the $10,000 donation, please make that donation at this time. We appreciate all the money that's coming in, because it will start to pile up and it will be able to be distributed to those students that need the help. And again, a lot of times they're making that decision. And we saw from not only what Dr. Thornley is saying, but what these students are saying, that sometimes that decision either to pay rent or to stay in school, to stay at Trident Tech, we don't want them to have to make that decision. It should be an easy decision that they can stay in, because these students are literally the backbone of our community right now, and will be not only right now, but also in generations to come. Let's go to the $5,000 level for this evening, because we've got Dr. Mary Thornley. You just saw her a few moments ago with her beautiful dog, Charlie. She is donating $5,000 for the night. God bless you for doing that. She's been our president for several decades now right here at Trident Tech, and has seen so many tens of thousands of students throughout the years receive funds just like you're going to be giving this evening, and they go on to do some remarkable things right here in the Low Country and all over the world. As a matter of fact, we've got donations that are coming in already this evening from California, North Carolina, Daniel Island, all over the place. So please make sure that you continue with those donations. We are at the $5,000 donation. Dub Green as well as Becky Miller donating $4,000. So they went to that donate button and added $4,000. They didn't want to do 5. They didn't want to do 25. They did $4,000. Thank you so much for that. Again, we're at the $5,000 donation. Let's go down to the the $2,500 donation, and we've got Mercedes-Benz vans, some of the best vans in the world. You may have ridden in some. They are fantastic. They're donating $3,000 for tonight. Thank you, Mercedes vans. Thank you so very much for that. We're at the $3,000 level, and we appreciate all of the monies that are coming in at this time. Thank you so very much. And you know, each and every donation counts because it does add up, cumulative over this time this evening. And even though we would love to be in our ballroom entertaining you and rubbing shoulders and hugging and shaking hands and saying hi, we can't do that. So this is the other way that we can do that, through this special appeal for this evening. Now, I also want to tell you about if at any point during tonight's event you experience technical difficulties, click on the blue button in the right-hand corner of your screen. And Candace, she's out there in the clouds right now. She's helping out. She will help you through it. She'll be right with us throughout the entire evening. A big thanks to Candace for doing that. And again, right now we're at the $2,500 level, so please make those donations. We want to go down now to the $1,000 level. Lisa and Philip Piccolo, yes, at $1,000. Thank you. Please continue with those donations for this evening. We appreciate it. Also, Kathy and Bob Randall at the $1,000 level. God bless you all for making those donations, because that is an additional scholarship for a student who may not have to make that decision of whether they stay in school or pay their rent. Tony and Jillian Mark at $1,000. Thank you so very much. We're getting some of the information. You see it on the right-hand side of your screen. Also, Noel is giving me some of that information of some of the folks that have been making those donations at the $1,000 level. Now, while you're getting out your purses and wallets, I'd like to show you a short clip from a graduate of TTC who is now in our community's workforce and using the education that he received right here at Trident Tech to build a fulfilling career. Get this, Boeing, South Carolina.
My name is Ricky Marchant. I was born and raised here in Charleston, South Carolina. I didn't really know what my career path was going to be. Boeing kind of fell into my backyard. My first day of work, right when I walked in the building, I knew this is where I wanted to spend the rest of my life working. Boeing gave me the opportunity to go to school. I started at Trident Technical College, and they've really set me up for success.
I am so proud of Ricky. I'm proud of our current aeronautical studies students, and I'm proud of our future students who will train in the South Carolina Aeronautical Training Center. From the moment they arrived, Boeing partnered with Trident Tech and our state to create opportunities that will absolutely span generations.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now at the $500 level. Please make those donations. I want to say that Kay and Randy Kuntz coming in at $700. That's where that donate button comes in handy, that if you want to give a little more than $500, but you don't want to give quite $1,000, you can make that donate button and put your amount in there. And again, if you feel that you can make a donation, but you also have a company, maybe you've got several people, maybe you've got 100 people, and everybody can pull together, or the company wants to make that donation. We've seen a number of companies over the year give $10,000 and $15,000 and $20,000. Your company can do that. So please think about that and make that decision tonight. Damon Wilson is giving $500 tonight. Anyone else at the $500 level? We've got Dr. Yvonne and Jerome Barnes at the $500 level. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Every $500 adds up to $1,000 and then makes for that scholarship. Samuel and Sonny Steinberg coming in at $500. Thank you so very much for those donations. Anyone else tonight at the $500 donation? We've got more that are continue to come in. Anyone at the $250 level for this evening? We've got Chip Maloney, I believe it is, at $250. Thank you, Chip, for that donation of $250. Anyone else? We've got Patrick Williams, I believe, Patricia Williams, sorry, at $250. Thank you for that $250 donation. And Deb and Rick Campia, I believe it is, at $250. Anyone else this evening at the $250? You know, whenever we're in the ballroom, people are raising those numbers and everything, and I'm running around like crazy getting those numbers at certain amounts, and it's always fun to do that. But it's always fun also, tonight it's very fun to be right here talking to you and receiving those donations. We appreciate those donations so very much. Anyone at the $100 donation, that is our lowest amount tonight, unless you want to hit the donate button for any amount that's a little bit lower. But that $100 donation will be very significant a little bit later on in this evening. Bob Hobday coming in at $100. Anyone else coming in tonight at $100? I see Harry White has donated $100. Dorothy Cronemer, absolutely, $100 from Daniel Island on the park side there. Harry Jones coming in at $75. Thank you so very much. Now, folks, your donations tonight are literally changing the trajectory for the lives of our students. And not just for them, but get this, for generations to come. Let's get back to raising funds and support of our students with that $500 donation all the way down to $250 and then $100. I'm coming to you, and I also want to tell you that I'm coming to you live from the studio of TTC's Film and Media Arts Department, where students, faculty, I'm seeing a number of them right here, students and faculty are helping us make this happen. It's absolutely incredible this evening. This is a working studio where TTC students gain hands-on experience in the areas of film and media arts. And special thanks for them and their team being here tonight. They're doing an absolutely fantastic job producing and streamlining tonight's feed so that we can be here with you. Let's give them a big round of applause. Yes. Fantastic. And while we are talking about technology behind tonight's events, let's give a big thanks. This is a great company developed right here in the Charleston area in Mount Pleasant. It's called Events.Gives. They are fantastic, and they're making this happen tonight. We couldn't be in your home live without them. Don't forget, if you have at any point you experience technical difficulties, click on the blue button in the right-hand corner of your screen, and Candace, that's right, she's out in the clouds right now, but she's going to be talking with you. She will help you get through it. I know that you all are excited to join Chef Kelly Wilson, who is preparing butterscotch pots de creme in the kitchen of the Culinary Institute of Charleston. So let's go to that right now. But don't forget, there is still time to purchase, get this, raffle tickets for the Fire Pit and for the 4 Sunday ground tickets to attend this year's PGA tournament. Purchases for the custom fire pit will close in just 5 minutes, so don't miss your chance to win this fantastic prize from TTC's welding department. They are going to be working on the raffle winner to customize your fire pit. What a great prize this is. When we come back, we'll choose a winner, so scroll down at the bottom of this page to purchase tickets and check out the prizes available during tonight's event.
Thank you, Tom. Good evening, everybody. My name is Kelly Wilson. I'm a pastry chef here at the Culinary Institute of Charleston. Today I'm going to make for you a butterscotch pot de creme. Now, I'm sure there's a lot fancier, Frenchier way to say it, but I am from South Carolina, so it comes out pot de creme. So pot de creme is a simple custard, a lot like creme brulee. It just doesn't have the caramelized sugar crust. So it's something you can make definitely ahead of time. It's something that can hold for several days in the refrigerator, so it's a nice do-ahead dessert, and it's actually supremely tasty. So what we're going to start with first is we're going to take some butter, because this is butterscotch. Butterscotch, by the way, does not contain scotch, sadly to say, but it is basically caramelized butter and sugar. So I'm going to turn this guy on here. I've already melted my butter some, just to get it going for you guys. The next step is to add some dark brown sugar. This dark brown sugar, same as, you could use light brown as well, but the dark brown sugar has more molasses in it, so it gets a lot more of that molassesy, butterscotchy flavor to it. So we're going to add this to the pot of butter. So all I'm going to do here is start to melt this sugar. So what you will see happen is the sugar will start to melt. It'll look like a mess at first, like a broken mess. You'll see it start to melt out and get a little smoother. And we're actually going to look for some little bit of smoke coming up. Pastry, as I tell my students constantly, is about all the senses. It's not just about knowing how long something takes to cook. It's also about using your senses. Does it smell done? Does it look done? Does it sound done? Sounds weird to say it, but I can tell the difference. So you have to be really aware and in tune with your ingredients. So if we look here, you can see that it's gotten darker a little bit. It's bubbling, smells delicious. I don't know. It's a shame we don't have smell-o-vision yet. But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the heat off, and I'm going to add heavy cream. Okay? Heavy cream is what's going to make this so delicious and amazing. So I'm not going to add it all. If I add it all, I start to get clumping. Turn the heat. So the reason I turn the heat off is just so I don't burn things up. I give a little more control. It's all about controlling temperatures. So it all clumped up. Okay, doesn't look pretty. That's all right. We're going to fix it because we're going to cook it until it smooths out. And then we're going to add the rest of the cream. Now, a custard, here comes teacher time. A custard is a liquid, usually dairy, that is thickened through the coagulation of egg proteins. Sounds fancy, but it's really quite simple. It's the same as when you scramble an egg at home. You're thickening the egg proteins by coagulation. So you're creating a network or a gel. So that's why, if you think about the texture of a pudding or a creme brulee, that's where that thickening, that thickness comes from. Okay? So I'm going to add the rest of my cream. And really, all I want to do is heat through to make sure it's pretty smooth. I could return it to the boil if I really, really needed to. But today I'm just going to make sure it's nice and smooth. Okay, so the next step for making our pot de creme is basically just combining our butterscotch cream with our egg yolks. This is very simple. All we do is slowly whisk the warm butterscotch cream into the yolks. Okay, like so. And there we go. That's it. At this point, you would strain this, and you could chill it for a couple days and come back to it and bake it, or you could go straight ahead right now, and you could put it in ramekins, coffee mugs, whatever you want, bake it in a water bath in your oven, about 300, 325 degrees until it's set. Good to go. Probably about 30, 40 minutes. Into the fridge it goes once it's cooled down, and you'll have that for 2-3 days to enjoy. I hear Lisa Piccolo is at home baking along with us today, so that's exciting. I'll come back in a few minutes and start plating this up for you guys, just as we would do it for our Night in the Valley dinner. But first, let's go to Tom.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Things are getting really fired up here, and thank you to everyone who has given so far. We've already raised nearly $30,000 tonight, and remember, every dollar counts towards our vision of creating community investments today for tomorrow's workforce. And don't forget, just push and hold the donate button on your screen to make your contribution at the desired dollar amount. It's now time to drop in on a few of our TTC Foundation trustees who have joined the event from the comfort of their own homes. These folks have been supporting the foundation's mission for a number of years. Let's go to them live to hear about what they've chosen and why they've chosen to support Trident Technical College.
Thanks, Tom. Hi, everyone. This is Carolyn coming to you from our new virtual A Night in the Valley. Just like you, I wish we were all able to celebrate in person because we always look forward to this fabulous occasion. But we're doing the best we can. As I reflect back on 2021 and look at what is ahead of us, there are still so many educational needs to be addressed. Lots of people are now stepping forward and making huge donations because they're recognizing the importance of education. We know the pandemic has changed careers for so many people, and a lot of folks are going to have to go back to school so they can continue on a different path. With that being the case, we have an even increased demand for more contributions to our foundation. Probably about 15 years ago, I started to support the foundation, and I think it's one of the best things I've ever done. As I look forward to what we all can do, everyone who can throw their support behind this important mission is going to be doing a lot to help our community. It's such a great value. It benefits us all. Join me in helping Trident Tech.
As always, Carolyn, beautifully said. Boo and I are here at home this evening, and although we miss seeing all of you, it's sort of a fun, different way in this virtual world to at least be able to join in and in support of Trident Tech tonight. We all know somebody who has benefited from an education at Trident Tech. Boo has a niece who graduated just 6 years ago. She had a 2-year degree there at Trident Tech in criminal justice, went on through the bridge program at Trident Tech, and continued for 2 more years at College of Charleston, where she got a 4-year degree in criminal justice and is now working for the South Carolina criminal justice system as a parole officer here locally. She lives with her family, and husband and 3 kids, and we could not be happier for her and more proud of her. We also have a friend over on Wadmall Island who's quite the young entrepreneur. His entrepreneurial itch is scratched through the tourism sector, and as we all know, tourism's a big hit during this COVID. So he decided to go back to school. He re-enrolled after a bit of a hiatus at the Trident Technical College. And I asked him what he's going to major in. I said, but like business or entrepreneurship? He said, no, logistics. Logistics. He said, yeah, logistics. You know, if it's good enough for Apple CEO Tim Cook, it's good enough for me. I said, yeah, good point. Good point. And I guess the point here tonight is what better way to support our community than helping students of all ages, no matter where they are in their lives, but helping students of all ages to find an education at Trident Tech that will serve them well for the rest of their lives.
And join the 96% of the Trident Tech graduates who choose to stay here in the community and raise their families, and they choose to stay here and join the workforce. It's fantastic. It's a win-win.
That's absolutely the case. This is Deb Campo and her husband Rick. And I have seen, I've been in healthcare most of my career, and I've seen countless folks who have launched their careers because of the training they got at Trident Tech, the education, certificate programs. There's so many pathway opportunities that are available through Trident Tech. We're very fortunate with that. We're trying out one of the recipes that the Culinary Institute chefs suggested this evening. Culinary skills are not my forte, but I married a wonderful chef. And Rick, you want to tell us what we're having tonight?
Look at this beautiful piece of salmon. So one of the recipes was salmon grilled and featuring Berber sauce or Berber seasoning, which took some doing, but I finally found this stuff. So I'm really looking forward to this meal. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I think it's going to particularly smell wonderful. But anyway, I just want to encourage everybody to support the Trident Tech Foundation, because that's how we support the students and the future workforce of this community. Cheers to you.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Wow, Bobby, Deb, thank you all for your dedication and commitment to the students of Trident Tech. And thank you all of the TTC Foundation trustees who give so generously to support TTC students. It's time to choose our winner for the first raffle in the TTC Welded Fire Pit. Remember, folks, this fire pit will be created by TTC's very own welding department, faculty, and students. They are even going one step further and to work with the winner to customize the fire pit after tonight's event. Let's announce the winner. It's been given to me by Noah right now. Gina Schuler. Gina Schuler, you have won this beautiful fire pit. And again, they will talk with you and customize this beautiful fire pit just for you. Your chance to purchase tickets, by the way, to the PGA raffle will close in only 5 minutes. The winner of our next raffle will receive, get this, 4 Sunday grounds tickets to the 2021 PGA taking place right out at our beautiful Kiowa Island course. Now, while you are purchasing your raffle tickets, be sure to check out the beautiful Tanzanite necklace. The Tanzanite necklace up for grab from Diamonds Direct. I understand that Lisa Piccolo, the executive director of Trident Technical College Foundation, is following along, and with Chef Kelly in her house, in her own kitchen, in her home. Let's see how it's going.
That's right, Tom. I've been following along with Chef Kelly in my kitchen. I may not be as organized as Chef Kelly with my mise en place, but I sure am having fun. I want to thank you all for joining us here tonight. I decided to keep with the spirit of A Night in the Valley, and I've donned one of my favorite gala dresses. I hope you are all enjoying your own special event at home. A Night in the Valley is the largest fundraiser for the college, and we've raised more than $5 million just in the last 10 years alone. Those funds provide essential resources for students who, without your generous support, would not have the opportunity to pursue their dream of completing their education. Every year, the TTC Foundation awards approximately 350 scholarships, totaling almost $350,000. And while that is a significant number, we average almost 1,500 scholarship applications every year. So as you can see, we still need your help. In addition to student scholarships, the TTC Foundation has also provided more than $600,000 over the past 10 years in support of the mini-grant program, which allows faculty and staff to purchase equipment and supplies to better enhance the student experience. The TTC Foundation also raises funds in support of the ongoing capital expansion of the college, most recently demonstrated through the South Carolina Aeronautical Training Center, a state-of-the-art facility that provides students with an outstanding learning experience. And one of our most significant means of support is the Student Urgent Needs Fund, which, as Dr. Thornley shared, has become critically important for our students. This year, with the uncertainty created by the pandemic, your investment in our students is more important than ever, and we thank you for your continued support. We can't wait to welcome you back to campus to once again celebrate A Night in the Valley all together. But in the meantime, let's head back to the kitchen so that Chef Kelly can share the final steps in this fabulous dessert. Chef Kelly?
All right, Lisa, the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna chill your pot de creme, and that's what we did. We made ours in some fancy little molds, chilled it really well, popped them out. So of course I'm doing what's called a plated dessert, which is what you would get in a nice fine dining restaurant or at the Night in the Valley dinner. So we have 3 small portions of the pot de creme because it's extra delicious and you want to enjoy it in small bites, let's say, along with the other accompaniments. So I've added some very fall accompaniments here, but bright colors. The custard itself is very rich, so we need some good acid and some crispness to wake it up. Of course, saying that, I'm gonna add in something delicious that's actually a little fattier and delicious, and that's going to be a maple whipped creme fraiche. We added some cinnamon to it. It's just really tangy, fancy whipped cream. You can buy creme fraiche. I made it because that's just what we do at Trident Tech. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scoop this just a little bit for each demisphere of custard, and I'm just gonna give it a little, just a little touch by each one. Okay. The creme fraiche is a cultured dairy product. It's gonna give it lightness and it's gonna give it some tang. Fun part about plating desserts for me is adding in a bunch of different components and making something very artistic at the very end. You can do it as simple as you want. You can just have the pot de creme, or you can add plenty of different other components. Next thing I'm gonna add is some gingerbread cake. Again, I'm going super fall here. I love the spice, I love the color, I love the darkness. Any recipe that you make out of gingerbread, this is a very simple recipe here, okay? And again, fancy pastry chefs now do all kinds of very simple, rustic things. We're just going to tear that into a little cube. If you have a cake that you didn't quite bake all the way through, or it's not perfect, no big deal. We're gonna just take that apart a little bit. All All right, the next step is I'm going to add a pop of color and some nice acidity. I'm adding a cranberry curd. So if you're familiar with lemon curd, another custard, pastry is all about custard. This is cranberry curd. It's made with cranberries, orange, lots of delicious butter. We love butter. And I'm just going to add color. And you see how that little bit of pop, it's going to add flavor, but it's also going to add color. Okay, so as I build, I'm trying to kind of connect everybody together. The next ingredients I'm going to add is I'm going to add some orange segments. We literally take oranges, peel off the skin, take the segments out, almost like you would grapefruit, and we're just going to add that in. So again, we're getting some great, though it's not fall, but we're getting some great fall colors in here right now. And also ingredients that you can get a hold of very easily. My next component is I'm going to add a little fresh Granny Smith apple. And what I'm doing with this is I'm just grating it or using a mandolin to make a julienne or matchstick. The goal here is we're putting it into a little bit of cold simple syrup. It's got citric acid added to it. I could add lemon juice. It's just to keep the apples nice and crispy and tangy. I'm just going to take a little bit. I like to leave the green on the apple because that gives you color contrast. Anytime you add green to a plated dessert, it's going to give it a little pop. Our goal here, though, is not to add mint to everything. Boring, boring, boring. Let's add some pretty bright, crisp colors. And I'm just going to put these matchsticks wherever they'll stand. So again, I think fall and winter desserts tend to be too heavy on spice and sugar and not have enough crispness and brightness to them. All right, so final component is I'm going to add something that I call a cranberry paper or cranberry glass. This is cranberry that I've cooked in a pot with a little bit of orange and just pureed and then dried in the oven. And the fun part is breaking it apart. So this is going to give us a nice texture to our plate and some height. And it's also fun to just jab into things. Boom. And there you go. That would be your finished plated dessert. So we have our butterscotch pot de creme, maple creme fraiche, a little bit of gingerbread cake, apple, cranberry, and orange. Thanks for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. Let's check back in with Tom.
Wow, Kelly, that looks absolutely incredible and delicious. Save some for me. More donations are coming in, by the way. Anonymous donation of $2,500. Thank you so very much. Bill Craver coming in at $2,500. Thank you for that. And also we've got Damon Wilson, $2,500. Thank you so much for all of those donations. Anita Zucker coming in, thank you, Anita, at $2,500. And Margie Morse, I believe, is coming in at $1,000. That is absolutely incredible. Our money keeps stacking up. We're a little over $35,000 right now. Lisa Daltridge, I believe, at that was $2,500. Excuse me, $500. Thank you so very much for that. And we've got David and Gail Yarborough coming in at the $500 level. That is absolutely incredible. Shelley Escher is coming in at $250. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you so very much for everyone who has contributed so far this evening. Let's see what's come in while we've been in the kitchen with Chef Kelly and Lisa. We've got more of those donations, and if you are helping Trident Technical College educate and train our community's workforce, you are also helping our students stay in school by minimizing the financial burden that many of our students face, especially during these trying times. In just a moment, we're going to select the winner of the PGA tickets. And don't forget, you still have a chance to win our beautiful piece of jewelry from Diamonds Direct. It's that beautiful piece of jewelry. And take a look at this. 2.11 carat tanzanite, which is surrounded by 0.57 carat baguette and the brilliant round diamond halo. This necklace is valued at more than $3,700. Make sure you stay tuned for your chance to win for yourself or to give to your favorite lady. Remember, Valentine's Day once again is just around the corner. Until then, what do you say we choose another raffle winner? We've sold a lot of tickets to the PGA raffle, so I know that you're all dying to know who won. And here's the winner, the man himself, very well known in Charleston, who has given back so much to the Charleston area, Neil Robinson. Neil Robinson, congratulations. You've won the 4-day Sunday Grounds tickets to attend the 2021 PGA tournament at Kiowa Island Golf Resort. But the winning does not stop here. We've saved our best for last. So stay with us for a chance to be the last bidder standing. It's called the Last Bidder Standing, sponsored by Diamonds Direct, the folks that have brought us this beautiful piece of jewelry. Let's head back to Dr. Thornley and Charlie in her home.
Thank you so much, Tom, and congratulations to our winner. Congratulations. Tonight is the 18th year of A Night in the Valley, and I want to throw out a few numbers for you. Over the past 17 years, I understand that we have raised $6.5 million. If you do the math, on average, that's pretty close to $400,000 a year that we're able to pump back into the Student Urgent Needs Funds and other critical needs that impact our students. I want to remind you, with more than 11,000 students, we are the largest technical college in the state, and we are the third largest college behind University of South Carolina and Clemson. Trident Tech is critical to the economy. We are critical in our region to meeting the business needs of the Low Country. This has been a tough year for many people. We stand ready to educate and train the workforce for the future. Our students are on the front lines very often, fighting the coronavirus and providing other essential services to our community. Our grads have trained for this moment, and we're counting on them more than ever. Our students are relentless in their pursuit of a better life for themselves. But they're often facing a decision of, do I pay my bills or do I go to college as a result of the current crisis? Not a good decision. So many of the students that come to us in 2020 have come on a pathway to a new future, one that has been thrust on them, and they want to keep moving. They want to do that. And as I said before, our students are amazingly resilient, amazingly, and we need to help them stay on that pathway. In many cases, I understand that many of our students have lost their steady income, they've lost the comforts of food security, they've lost the ability to count on paying their rent on time. We've seen all of these issues as scores of students come to the food vaults on 2 of our campuses to take food home to their families. Just today, the Washington Post stated that we are experiencing the most unequal recession in U.S. history. This most unequal recession in U.S. history is impacting our students. To help our students, and to continue tonight, it is now my pleasure to introduce to you Chris Frazier. Chris Frazier is the chair of the TTC Foundation. He's a successful businessman, and most important of all, he's a TTC alumnus. So Chris, thank you for being with us tonight, or thank you for being in your kitchen. Chris Frazier, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Dr. Thornley. Although I love putting on my tux and joining you on campus to stroll through the TTC kitchens during a more traditional Night in the Valley celebration, I'm also enjoying supporting TTC from my very own kitchen in my Culinary Institute chef's coat. As a graduate of the Culinary Institute of Charleston at Trident Tech and a foundation board member, I've seen the impact firsthand of the value of your support and contributions. TTC changes lives in our community, but don't just take my word for it. We sat down with a few students that have been impacted by Trident Tech at a time when they needed it most.
I owned a restaurant
a while ago and it didn't do so well.
I came from a childhood where I was abused, physically, sexually, emotionally, it could go on, but didn't always know who I was.
I entered college to basically pick myself up because I had a lot of self-doubt.
I enrolled as a student here and didn't realize the impact it would have on me personally.
It changed my life. This place is amazing.
Going to Trident was the best decision I think I've made so far in my life.
I chose the HVAC refrigeration program because there's tons of jobs out there right now, and you can pretty much get a job right after graduation, if not before graduation.
The instructors work with you to make sure that you are going to get a job. And they encourage that we learn as much as we can, and it's just so much fun.
I made it.
Don't look back, look forward, and you can do anything. Anything you put your mind to, you will accomplish.
I will always give to Trident Technical College no matter where I am in this world because I know the difference it makes in the lives of people.
So thank you. Thank you to the college. Thank you to my teachers and all the staff of Trident Tech that has helped me create this experience. And thank you to the donors that have really made my dreams possible here.
I'm grateful that I've learned everything that I have here at Trident Tech. You know, I don't take it lightly and I don't take it for granted. Any student that desires to come here, I will tell them, do it. It will change your life because it's changed mine.
Your donations are providing more than temporary assistance. These students are using the support from the foundation to create meaningful opportunities for their future that will last for generations. Thank you all for your support thus far. It's not too late to support our students. Press and hold the donate button at any time to make your contribution. And donations don't have to stop when the cameras quit rolling. You'll see a link to the foundation's webpage where donations can be made at any time. There, you'll also find our event sponsors, cooking demonstrations, and everything you need to know about the foundation's impact on our local community. Remember, no donation is too small. We're going to head back to Tom in the studio now for one last hurrah that you won't want to miss. Thank you all for joining us for A Night in the Valley, Home Edition.
Thank you so much, Chris. While tonight has been truly incredible, we've already raised over $35,000, but we want to challenge you to reach the $50,000 mark before we leave tonight. To do that, we're going to challenge you to be a part of the last bidder standing. It's a really cool way of making donations and your chance to win a beautiful prize for this evening. For just $100 donation, you'll have the opportunity to win a beautiful Tanzanite 14-karat white gold pendant necklace from Diamonds Direct. That $100 donation, that's all it is. The donation button and the open donation button. Feel free to make a donation above $100. But in order to be entered into this raffle, the minimum donation is $100. You can donate as often as you like, and if, for example, now listen closely, you donate 5 separate times at $100, that would be a total donation of $500. And remember the last name in the chat box when I say sold, because I'll say 3, 2, 1, sold. When I say sold, it will be our winner. That individual will be the winner, and I'll let you know who that is. Just press and hold the donation button below to place your donation and to be entered to win. Your name will appear in the chat box to the right of your screen. The very last name and donation that comes through in the chat box when I say the word sold will be announced as the winner and our last bidder standing. Look at this. Chef Kelly brought out over the finished butterscotch steak ponce de creme. Where is that? It's coming in. Bring it right over here from the kitchen, and it looks delicious. Come on over. Wow, Kelly, this is really incredible. Thank you so much. Oh, look at this. Thank you, Noel, for doing it. Look at this. It's absolutely delicious. I'm going to have some of this in just a moment. Thank you so much for walking through tonight's cooking demonstration. Did any of you at home follow along with Chef Kelly's demonstration or one of the other recipes shared by CIC earlier this week? be sure to share photos and video of your own events at home with us on Facebook. Let's get back to our last bidder standing to choose the winner of this beautiful necklace from Diamonds Direct. Make sure your donations are $100 now, and also start counting down to our winner. And also, this is really cool because I'm looking at some of the names right now. We also have an addition. Thank you, Noel. This is a $500. This is an addition to the necklace that you'll win. Noel has brought this. Let's roll up a little bit on this because this is a $500 gift certificate, and it looks like Diamonds Direct is giving us that beautiful sweetening of the deal for us tonight. Tonight's last bidder standing is always also not only going to receive the necklace, but this gift certificate. Charleston's newest diamond store located in Mount Pleasant on the connector going to Isle of Palms. Can you really get ready for this, folks? What a prize. Let's get back to finding the winner of who's there. So we've got a number of people that are donating some money right now at $100 level. We've got Brian at $100. We've got Dorothy Cronemer at $100. Again, you have to be the last person that comes up on the screen. Anyone else? We've got Harry coming in at $100. Harvey coming in at $100 as well. We've got a lot of other people that are coming in. They're coming in rather fast. Julian came in, by the way, again at the $1,000 mark. Anyone else? Brian is coming in at $100. We've got some folks that are still coming in with those numbers of $100. Anyone else at the $100 donation? Right now, Harry is the last one donating the $100 amount. Do we have anyone else coming in? We've got some other ones that are just coming in right now at $100. We've got also Brian coming in. We've got Scott that is there. We've got Missy that is coming in. And we've also got a couple of other people coming in at the $100 level. Do we have anybody else at the $100 level? Our last name right now is Harry White. Our last name right now is Harry White. Do we have any other folks coming in at the $100 level? Anyone else at the $100 level? Make sure we're going to get some more information. Some other people are coming in, and they're continue to stroll. They continue to stroll at the $100 level. Anyone else at the $100 level? I believe it looks like Harry White is going to be the winner. We've got it at 3, 2, 1. Anyone at all? No, we're not the winner yet. A little bit of technical difficulty right now. We're working on this. We're going to name the individual that won in just a moment. But I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. We've raised an extraordinary amount of money, nearly $36,000, and we couldn't have done it without you. I want to thank you for the team that is right here from TTC that has made this evening's virtual event happen. We've surpassed our goal, but the donations don't have to stop. When the cameras stop rolling, your donations are literally changing lives, and they are helping to drive the workforce in our community. Please consider sharing TTC's mission with your friends and colleagues. We're including a link to our foundation's donation, so share away. We hope you've all had a great time and a lot of fun tonight in making sure that you continue to support Trident Technical College. This college right here in North Charleston has helped so many tens of thousands of students over the years to make sure that they get the right education, and that they also make sure that they get into the community and make sure that they give back to the community as well. Our last name came in at Julian, and that's Julian is our last one, coming in at 3, 2, 1. We're going to sell it. Excuse me, John Rama has just come in at $100. Anyone else at the $100 level? Anyone else at the $100 level? Anyone else? We've got more that are coming in. We want to thank all of you. A tremendous support tonight at Night in the Valley. This is our home edition. And again, we hope to see you next year, because it's going to be on January the 28th of next year. And don't forget to mark your calendars in. That's at 2022. And if you've been to this event over the years, you know that this year, going into next year, it goes by very, very fast. We want to make sure that all of those donations come in tonight. Thank you again for those donations. The folks right here at Trident Technical College are so very happy for all of the donations that have come in throughout not only tonight, but continue to come in, because there are over 10,000, a little over 11,000 students that are right here at Trident Technical College that need your assistance and your help. And a lot of times, again, we want to make sure that these folks are not making that decision of whether they pay rent or also into school. Our last name right now, Jean Ginn. Jean Ginn is the last name up there right now. And 3, 2, 1. It is sold. The beautiful necklace goes to Jean Ginn. Congratulations. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. God bless you. Thank you, and thank you.
Thank you for being with us tonight. Tom, once again, thank you so much. Chris Frazier, thank you very much. Lisa, Ashley, Robin, we thank all of you for being with us tonight. Charlie, throw him a kiss.
Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
See you next year.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We will see you next year. Bye-bye. Right, Charlie? Bye-bye.